What's up, peoples? Back again for another video. It's GVBrazy here, and I'm back here for more red talk. Anyway, let's just get into it. You know the ones there. Now, so yeah, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts here of the one new win. Of Manchester United. Obviously, won against, Fulham, a close win, yeah. But before I get into that, yeah, I want to talk here about, what Ten Hag here said here in the press conference here before the game. And the thing about it is that, yeah, that it was quite booky of what he said. He said that the team wasn't ready, and obviously I kind of understand that why he's saying that. Obviously he's trying to tell, obviously, people of what's really going on. Probably some of the players, are not fit to play because probably, yeah, they're coming late off from the Euros, and probably some of the players are not fit, and all of that. But then there's another side of it, right? Now, the thing about it is that in a sport game, sports, right, it's more of like a psychological game, like that. It's just, yeah, because, yeah, because there are some. I remember back in the day, yeah, when, like, yeah, when Man United was at its peak, right? Like, yeah, in the tunnel, like, yeah, like bare teams, yeah, will get intimidated about some of the legendary players that were in the lineup, and then the aura around those players. I can't believe it's an aura, like that. But the thing about it is that, yeah, what make those players, yeah, have aura is because, yeah, of the titles and then the Champions Leagues and the trophies they have won you throughout the years. And that's the thing right there. And the thing about it is that, like, teams, yeah, would be defeated, yeah, before they get, yeah, onto the football pitch. Looking at those legendary players, yeah, that were right next to you, yeah, at the tunnel, man, it will get to you psychologically. And the thing about it is that, yeah, that what Ten Hag said then, yeah, people could use that here as a weakness. So that is why I was saying. That's why I said when I heard a Ten Hag say that, I was like, whoa, wait, fam, I don't think you should say that. Great example, rugby, right? Rugby, man, they do that taunting thing, in the beginning of the game, to actually, show you, like, how tough that team is. The players who are playing, in that rugby team, and it'll get them psychologically, like that. And that's how it is. Look how even boxing, even before the game of boxing, look how they are. In the press conference, they come face to face, showing how tough they are psychologically. I'm gonna get you, all that, like that. So this is what I was saying, and we all know this is a team game. Oh yeah, we know that. We know everybody, it's a team game. And the thing about it is that, that yes, behind the scenes, you have to get all the players ready, whoever is available. But then when it gets to the press conference, don't show any weakness. And especially at the stature of Man United, like that, yeah, when everybody, has had some kind of trauma on Man United throughout, like, let's say, like the late 90s and the 2002 years, so Alex here left. Everybody has trauma, like that. So people that are hating on Man United, and then the last thing, especially the journalists, some of them, they don't give a man them, like that. They don't give a wagwan. I tell you that. So that's what I'm trying to say. So the thing about it is that, yeah, as a manager, yes, by all means, man. I mean, look, I totally understand that, like, yeah, on why, like, Ten Hag, yeah, will come out here and say, look, you know what, we're not ready and this and that. But the thing about us is that, fam, there's a standard that there's a standard that you're now trying to climb slowly on. And the thing about it is that's the last thing you want, that the standards completely drop. Right now, the standards are low on the floor. That's the reason why that I really hope that, like the assistant managers like Ruud Van Nistelrooy, Ineos, and then the players that they bring in, to the club will bring some sort of standard, like that. So that is what I'm talking about. So then the thing about it is that, here, that I understand, fam, yeah. By all means, man, I understand that, yeah, you gotta be like honest, but at the same time, you got to, like, keep it a buck and brace yourself and say, look, I don't want to show any weakness, especially to the opposition, like that. And as well as, man, yeah, look, yeah, you're not ready, but you also have to tell the players, look, doesn't matter, man. That doesn't matter, fam. Doesn't matter, yeah, who is out. You gotta take their place. Whoever's out on the left wing, whoever's not fit on the left wing, we're putting you there on the left wing, and you gotta show, fam, that man, yeah, how to beat a man. Able man, you to become technical, yeah, when you are with the ball. Able man, you to read the game. Able to know how to cross, fam. I'm just giving an example. Able man to be in the pocket and everything. So this is what I'm trying to say, like that. So yeah, man. So anyway, let me get into the game. Let me get into lead up here to the 1-0 win against Fulham. Now the thing about it is that I wasn't buzzing. I wasn't gassing here going towards the game. I was like, you know what? I was hoping that Man United man will do something, right? And then during the game, right, I was getting shook. I was like, what is this? Because the thing about it is that Fulham, yeah, looked like as if like every time that they got forward, what I can remember, every time that Fulham got forward, towards our half, it looked like they were gonna do something. They were dangerous every time, And the thing about it is that, look, let's just keep it a buck here with the way like Man United were playing. They were decent, as I said, they were decent. As I said before, man, like it's baby steps, like that. It's step by step, fam. Because the thing about it is that we are on the ground right now, and then we're just trying to pick up, as I said before in the previous video. So yeah, fam. And the thing about it is that obviously we're not at our best, right? And then what I can remember was that as I said, we're decent, we were okay. But one thing that I will say is that, is that even though it was 1-0, even though that year we played decent, not our best, you still need to win your game. You still need to win your game. And the thing about it is that, for Fulham, like I heard people saying that, yeah, you're Fulham dominated. Look, like there are some players that didn't do jack. Like, I remember hearing people saying that, Smith Rowe is going to do some damage to Man United. He didn't do jack. And as well, like our defense did okay. And Mctominay, right back, he did sick for a debut. He was phenomenal. He was really, really good. The way that he was able to read the game. He was technical, able to pass the ball at the right time, able to tackle. His sliding tackle were really, really good, man. And he's really good, really solid, like that. And but one thing that I will say, because obviously Mctominay, as I said before, that he was technical, he was really, really good, right? What I will say is this, right? The jury is still out. It's his first game, like that. He's still bringing in the Bayern Munich vibes, like that. But I hope, yeah, that that this will pick up. This will keep on picking up, like that. And the thing about it is that we want everybody to pick up. Especially when the lit came on year 4. I think it was Maguire. I think he had the injury, but yeah, Maguire did. Maguire did good. He did a job. He did exactly what was asked. Like that. So hopefully that Mctominay, if that's how you pronounce his name, yeah, will do good. Like that. Yeah, as time will go on. And the thing about it is that thinking about Mctominay, right? The right back. The connection here between him and Ahmad, boy. Anyway, Ahmad, sick player, man. And look, the thing about Ahmad, right, and Ten Hag, right, is that I really, really want Ten Hag here to give players like Ahmad, players like Sancho a run of game to see what they're made of. Because the thing about it is that you can't just say, oh, I'm going to play Rashford into form and not allow Ahmad and Sancho, who obviously right now, anyway, you guys know that I like Sancho, right? The thing about it is that for him, you can't just pick and choose who you want. You got to give players a fair chance to play. It becomes booky in the changing room when like Rashford, who look, this is not picking on Rashford. This also goes for other players who's just there because players need to be good on and off the ball. Exactly like in Mctominay, he was great on and off the ball. That's why we said, look, he had a really, really good game, but let's see how it goes. And the thing about it is that you got to allow your Sancho and Ahmad and certain players a run of game to see what they're made of. And the thing about it is that you can't just and like Ahmad come off 60th minute. And I'm like, give the guy a run of games. But obviously, I kind of understand because in his mind, he's saying, look, I want Garnacho to be on. Probably, I don't know if it's good to bring Garnacho on. That's where he's best. That's where he's actually best at, like to bring, life into the game. You're bringing more of that energy back into the game. And the thing about it is that, on the right-hand side with Ahmad and Mctominay, it looked very, very solid. I'm not going to lie. Because the last time that I saw something like that was sick on that right-hand side, especially on right back, was a long, long time ago. Fam, it was long time ago. So yeah, I hope that partnership, with Ahmad and Mctominay, will build as time will go on, like that. And also, guys, the butcher, Martinez, centre back. Yeah, fam, he did good. He was decent. Let's keep 100. He did good. Like that. Fam, he did good. He did good. He was very decent. And Casemiro, fam, one of my favorite players, fam, did good as well. Especially under the the 4-2-4. I think it's under people saying that because of the way Rude was, when he was at PSV, he played the 4-2-4. That actually is Rude's supervision. Like the way it's been let's say constructed on the pitch is actually Rude. So okay, so I said Rude here, right? But actually, Ten Hag gives the thumbs up here to the assistant managers. Probably coming together and saying, guys, what do we do? What players should play and everything. So yeah, so Casemiro, man, he did good, man. He was really, really good. And the thing about it is that I told man about this because the thing about it is that people saying that Casemiro's legs is gone. That's what man was saying. Casemiro's legs was gone, and I was like, no, less of that. His legs wasn't gone. It's the fact that of what was on the pitch. It's the thing about it is that last season there were times where I watched the game and then there was a massive gap. Everybody who was forward were pressing, and it left Casemiro all by himself with the back four and the goalkeeper. That tells you everything. That tells you everything you need to know when people say that, oh, his legs are gone. So what, you're expecting Casemiro, man, you have to deal with the attacks that are coming in from the opposition. Less of that. So this is what I was saying. And this is not just on Casemiro. Even Manu was there. And he got suffocated. Casemiro got suffocated as well. And look, and then now that a system game now, innit? Now that Casemiro is now in a system where that it somehow suits him. Look how he played against Fulham. He was good. He was alright. So this is what I'm trying to say, and the thing about it is that this is what I'm trying to say, when the setup here and the profile of player is not complementing each other, what do you get? What do you get? A 3-1-6 like last year, as I said before. I mean, I have no idea, man, what Ten Hag was trying to do, because the thing about it is that Casemiro, he's not a pressing player. He's not a pressing player, and not even that. We need to know, look, he is getting older. So then, the thing about it is that, look, obviously, I'm not a manager, right? We can only do what we see on the pitch. Well, we can only see what's on the pitch, like that. And the thing about it is that, fam, you need to, how can I put this, right? All of us, right, we all need to make sure managers, everybody, let me just rephrase it, every manager, whoever does a system construction, you're on the pitch. I say construction, right? But let's put it that way. You got to play the system according to your player strengths. And we need to do that. What happens? Then people end up saying, oh yeah, players like Casemiro, his legs is gone. Anyway, let's see what happens, right? Because of the season. This is just the first game. Right. Anyway, let's just get into like another one, right? Like what was it? I was just thinking about something. What was it? Bruno. Bruno missed twice. Bruno's miss here and Mount's miss. I mean, like to do the outside of the boot like that when the goalkeeper's coming, it's difficult. And then also there was another chance here where like he was 1-on-1. He could have done it. He could have taken both. I think both chances he could have taken it first time. First time. And then Mount's one, as I said about Rashford, like you know, look, obviously, look, Rashford did okay. He did okay to beat his man, but then that touch that he did here was over the top, and it looked like it was a pass, but it wasn't a pass. And Mount got on it, and you should have chipped it like the way that Haaland scored his goal, against Chelsea over in the weekend. Just chip it. Exactly like Bruno Fernandes one. Chip it. The second one, chip it. Don't. Oh my days. Oh family. Oh my days. Anyways, like I said before, guys, man, Ahmad was bowling. Obviously, I saw the penalty, right, and it's out for verdict, man. But I believe probably it wasn't a penalty, So, but no, but Ahmed, as per usual, man, he was balling, family. And Xerxes' goal, pure genius, because he was looking at the goal, right, and then as soon as Garnacho passed it, the thing about it is that when Garnacho passed the ball, right, it wasn't. Look, let's keep it a buck. It wasn't a good cross. It wasn't a good cross, right? But yeah, for Xerxes to kind of weaker foot to kind of take the goal first time, upon Garnacho's cross, first time into the lower and bottom corner here of the net. That was really, really good. And obviously we know that Scott Mctominay, obviously we all know that he's probably going to leave the club. He was right next to Xerxes, so if you know what I mean. But Xerxes, absolutely fantastic, man. And his celebration as well. Anyway, let's see what happens, with Xerxes. Hopefully he will do well, man. And obviously dream goal. And I think I heard that that he scored in every debut, ever since that he was in his early days, isn't it? So yeah, really good. Anyway, really good for him. But first goal in the bag, 3 points. Yeah, for him. Let's just move on, and then let's see you can able to get able men to just contribute into the next game, which is Brighton. Like that. And the thing about it here is that Garnacho, oh my days, he missed an open goal, right, in the end, and people are saying that he needs to get the number 7 shirt. I don't know, man. I don't know. The thing about it is that when I saw when I watched the match and I saw that Rashford because some people said that Rashford should have taken it first time to curl it around the goalkeeper, but I'm thinking that would have been difficult, and I think that probably what Rashford did to pass the ball, I don't know, because some people are saying that he was trying to do a step overs, and I'm like, whoa, okay, but at least that Rashford tried to pass the ball, but Garnacho, man, I think he had all the time in the world he could have. The goalkeeper here was coming to Rashford, and I believe that also the goalkeeper was trying to get to Garnacho as well. For real, like, obviously in that moment, you have to do something quick. Garnacho could have used his right foot, could have just tapped it away, to give him more space, tapped it away, right, and just pass it in. But he just used his left foot, and not even that, he left foot and he drove it away from the net. Open goal, fam. And people saying that he needs a number 7 shot. What are people smoking, fam, out there? let's keep it a buck, man. He is not at that level, man, to get the number 7 shirt. Even Valencia, when he had the number 7 shirt, fam, he was like, nah, no, number 7 shirt is not for me. So, yeah, let's keep it in the deep blue, like that. And I know, guys, when I saw the lineup, right, like, clearly, man, it wasn't balanced, like with Manu and Casemiro. Obviously, they're not defensive midfielder players, but it definitely shows you that the midfield definitely needs some reinforcement, especially when you have fam, what's his Fernandez and Mount. As a false 9. I mean, like, when you have two players, exactly like Mount and Fernandez, or Manu and Casemiro, man, you gotta be very, very smart, especially with Manu and Fernandez. Sorry, Mount and Bruno Fernandes, right? And the thing about it is that, like, when you have two players who have the same deficiency, it becomes a problem. And I remember, like, when I watched an interview of Thierry Henry, right? And Thierry Henry said, I'll paraphrase what he said. He said something in the lines of, like, when I used to go and train, with the players, with Bergkamp, with Perez, with Lundberg, at the time, right? What they used to do is that they will train to such a point that they'll make sure that Bergkamp cover his weaknesses and Henry will cover Bergkamp's weaknesses, like that. And that's how it's meant to be. And this is what I was saying about Casemiro, about the 3-1-6, and and then why that obviously the 4-2-4 kind of helped in that game against Fulham. And this is what I was saying. And the thing about it is that it becomes unbearable to watch, especially when you have two players like Mount and Fernandes here, who are having the same deficiency, and then they play as false 9, and then playing as number 10, and then you're like, wait, guys, man, we need to complement each other. Mount and Bruno Fernandes, that doesn't complement each other, like that. And this is the thing about it, is that we all need to have a focal point. And this is when, like, when you're having pressure, when you're pressing that pressing game, triggers. When you see one trigger, everybody needs to be smart on their own trigger, like that. So, I mean, I don't, and the thing about it is that if nobody doesn't have that kind of pressure, what happens is that everybody, man, it loses the trigger. It ruins the flow of the game. It ruins the structure either from the assistant manager or from Ten Hag, like that. So, like, some players, they may say that, well, we don't have any strikers, but you have Ahmad. Put him as false 9. You got Sancho. Put him at false 9. Obviously, anyway, we'll talk about Sancho a little bit, but fam, you got Ahmad. Put him at false 9. This is, I mean, like, he can finish, and he proved on loan at Sunderland on what he can do. So what's the man talking about? Like that. So, yeah, I mean, you got the players you need. So why? Anyways, a man here can play on the right, he can play in the middle, he can play as false 9. So I don't really understand that on why. Anyway, let's move on to Sancho right now. What does Sancho need to do to get into the starting lineup? Because obviously, I mean, even especially in the Community Shield, he came on, right, as a sub. I mean, like, I don't know if it's Ten Hag. I don't even know if what Ten Hag sees in the game and what we see are two different players. And Ten Hag, right, and then, Sancho, right? Sancho, he's like our biggest asset right now. One of, like that. And I don't even understand. Like, was he not like one of our standout players in pre-season, Sancho? That's the thing. And look, this is not us here being a fan, trying to put the player above the club. No, we want the best for the club, like that. And the thing about it is that what we saw, I mean, Sancho, what we saw at Dortmund last year, like, give him a chance, fam. As I said before, give Sancho a run of game. Exactly like what you did with Rashford. Play him into form then. Give him the assurance. Speak positive things to him. Obviously, we know that his body language doesn't look like he's bothered, but he is bothered. Just because you seem like that doesn't mean he's not bothered. People are different. People are different. You know, like for example, like if you see somebody like doesn't look bothered, he is bothered. Let's keep it a buck. He is bothered. He's not gonna change how he is, like trying to be energetic like Rashford. No, that's the way he is. And then the way he is, and the way that he's on the ball, it comes together. Look how he is. Look how Sancho is on the ball. Like, give the boy a chance, fam. Nobody can do what Sancho can do right now in the club. So give him a run of games. You know, like that. And you know, as much as like Sancho is one of my favorite players, right? Look, if this goes on, he needs to leave. You know, for the sake of his profession, his career, you know, like that. And like, because the club, right, he's not giving him the chance that he needs here to flourish on the pitch. And, you know, like, as I said before, that everything all run here on the dugout and to the pitch. You know, and the thing about it is that, you know, like, we even saw that Sancho wasn't in the lineup today. I mean, not today, I mean in the game on Friday. And, you know, and I was like, oh my days, fam. You know, because I was wondering why he didn't travel. You know, but we will see. We will see, because he did say, because Ten Hag did say that he had an ear infection. So let's just see what Ten Hag will do with Sancho. I hope he starts. You know, like that. Give the boy a run of games. Give Ahmed a run. Let Ahmed play the 90 minutes. I mean, let's do something, fam. Like, if we saw Sancho, Xerxes, and Ahmad, fantastic stuff, because Xerxes is like Martial, able to link play, able to bring players here into play. 1-2-1-2, and Sancho, you know, Sancho can beat a man, but because of how the intensity of the Premier League is, he likes to do 1-2-1-2, able to link play, able to go around the player, bring the ball back, able to do all that, able to get in the box, 1-2-1-2, able probably here to, you know what I mean. And then Ahmad does that. You know, like Ahmad, he doesn't like look back. He goes towards the goal, fam. You know, towards the opposition. Sancho, same thing. He look to see if he can. If not, he brings players into play. Here you go. Come, here you go. I'm gonna go there. The player that he passed to, right? He has the ball. He looks at Sancho. Sancho is running. He passes back to Sancho. Fam, that's what Sancho do. Sancho is like a different winger. Anyway, Ugarte, the deal is now back on, guys. And the thing about it is that one time, right, Man United were waiting for the price here of PSG, to go down, because obviously what PSG are asking for here is quite ridiculous. And people saying that, well, Ugarte is crap, so why can't he put why can't I put the price down? Look, fam, let's keep it a buck here. PSG actually rate Ugarte. They actually rate him, like that, and that's where the price is like that. And the thing about it is that right now, the reason why that Ugarte he's not, he hasn't been. Look, they got like some of the best midfielders on the planet, so that's why Ugarte can't get in the can't get in the team, especially on what they're trying to do at PSG. They rate him. That's why they put the price so high. And Man United right now, they're trying to assess their options. Like, look, we can't pay how much you're asking. So right now, they're trying to do a loan deal. Loan to an obligation to buy something similar to Amrabat. Of what? Obviously, I don't know, man. Me personally, I'll say, look, bring Amrabat, bring more bodies into the club. Because we need squad depth. Obviously Man City, their players, they are brilliant, because the thing about it is that they every player plays a different, like for example, Foden can play on the wing, can play false nine, can play attacking, can play midfield. Something like Bernardo Silva, they can play multiple positions, like that. So that is why. So obviously for us, man, we need squad depth. And the thing about it is that if some of these players, can play multiple positions, like Ahmad, Sancho can play on the right, can play on the left, can play false nine, why not? Like that. And some people were saying that Ugarte, right, because Ugarte, when the way that he plays, he's a road runner, you know, like that. He's able, like, so when we lose the ball, he's the guy, man, to get the ball. Something similar yet to Fred. I don't know why we even let go of Fred. Mctominay should have been the first one to go, not Fred, but fam, what can we do, you know, like that. So the thing about it is that Ugarte is like Fred, able, he got the legs, right? But some people also say that Ugarte can also play it in the first phase, and I'm like, well, is that? But then, so what's the point of us getting Santaberg then? What's the point of getting Santaberg then? You know, like that. But what I will say is that, as I said before in the previous videos, that we need Ugarte and Santaberg, you know, or at least one midfielder, one left back, and if not even a striker. Because even me, I think that having Højlund and Xerxes is not enough. But I understand why people say, look, Xerxes and Højlund is enough. As well as, you know, Højlund got the number 9. Fam, you know, like that. So yeah, man, the thing about it is that you know, we need Santaberg. Definitely we need Santaberg, you know, and you know, and obviously he can, you know, because the thing about it is that I don't really know if Ugarte can do that, like do the first phase, you know. And I heard that Santaberg is injured, right, for Burnley. So, you know, but obviously, I heard that obviously Man United, man, they're going in for Santaberg as well. So we just have to see how that goes. But yeah, but right now, guys, you know, Man United, Ineos as well, man. I mean, the standards that they're doing are absolutely brilliant, man. Especially when, you know, especially, man, when Ineos at this moment in time, man, they are trying to make sure that they get. They're basically they're basically finding opportunities, you know, like that, like because like Scott you know, Scott McTominay, man, they're saying that, look, if nobody doesn't meet the price of Scott McTominay, we're not going to sell him, you know. And as well as it's up to McTominay if he wants to leave, you know. And also Ten Hag rates him, you know, just because of his you know, of how professional he is, backing the manager, and also is a great, you know, role model to, you know, to the academy players who are coming through. You know, so yeah, so Radcliffe, man, he said that look, we're looking for opportunities, you know, like that. And I mean, I hope that they get an Ugarte in, because it will definitely family strengthen their midfield. Anyway, as I said before, I'm not getting gas. I'm not getting too excited about, you know, about what's going on at Man United. So, you know, but as I said before, I'm looking from afar to see what is going on, and then we'll see from there, you know, like that. Because yes, we brought in Masraoui, Delay, Xerxes, you know, brilliant, you know, just trying to make sure that everything is put into place, right? But we need more reinforcements for sure, because what we have is not enough, man. Because we do need players to help Casemiro. We do need players here to even cover Manu, because Manu, quality, generational talent, but at the same time we need to look after him in his minutes. The last thing that we want is that he breaks down at his age, and that is something that we need to manage. I mean, Ten Hag and everybody there, they need to manage his minutes. Yeah, and you know, and we heard that Eriksen is also, you know, they told that Eriksen that he can leave as well. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, fam, yeah, that's it, man. I'm gonna cut out here, man, because it's been a lit show. Absolutely sick, fam, yeah, for a second video, yeah, for Red Talkie for GVBrazy. You know them ones there. Anyway, guys, man, smash a like, fam, and don't forget, man, guys, man, if you haven't subscribed, man, do so, man. It definitely helps, you know, this video, man, to go out there, especially to the community, you know, out there, you know, all over the country, you know, in the, you know, obviously in the Premier League, you know, like that. Anyway, man, sick stuff right there. Lit video. Anyway, take care of yourself. Bless, peace, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys then.